What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Hunting season is upon us here in the state of Wisconsin. Started September 18th, I believe. I did take this out and I harvested my first crossbow kill. It was a medium-sized doe. Did not get a chance to film that, being me. I forgot a few things at home. Didn't want to drive back, so made it as is. I was on a public land. I was fortunate enough to harvest that deer, get some meat for the freezer. Today's video just gonna be me shooting this Ravin R26 at long distances for you guys. I recently joined a few crossbow forum pages and groups on Facebook, and I've heard a lot of horror stories about the Ravin R26. Horror stories as in them blowing up, limbs cracking, and all that stuff. Knock on wood, I honestly have not had any issues with this yet. I've put about 100 shots through this already, but from what I've been reading, a lot of people have been having limb issues, string issues. I just want to give you guys my opinion on that. A lot of the strings that I've seen that are broken on the Ravins are that those owners are not changing them out every year. Based on my research and from what I've seen, you got to change these strings and cables out every single year. It doesn't matter if you don't shoot them a lot. It's just the nature of these bows and how they're built. You guys can see how narrow this is, especially when it's cocked. It's really narrow. It's just under 5 inches, which is less than a length of a dollar bill. So keep an eye out for string fraying and everything like that. One area to look at is these end loops here. You can see them, these orange guys right there. They'll start to fray. Another one is center serving, like you guys can see on mine here. I'm not sure, let's see if I can see it right here. Mine's starting to turn white, has not separated yet. But that's one of the #1 issues with these bows is the center serving tends to go really quick. So keep an eye out for that. If there's any type of separation in there, do not shoot your crossbow. Also, another area to look at is this here. Those servings right there. These tend to separate really quick as well. Mine is starting to show some wear, and I haven't had this for a while. Another tip for you guys is every so often I will take a cotton ball and just run it along the limbs here. That way, if you do have a cracked limb and you don't know about it, that cotton will actually catch on that burr. So that's a good tip for you guys. I just want to address those few issues before I started shooting, just because a lot of people have questions on that. And I've seen a lot of people having issues with the Ravin crossbows on the 26 and also on the 29X. Not so much on those, but the 26 for sure. I've heard a lot of issues just because it's smaller. I believe it holds more poundage than the R29 as well. This one being 300 something pounds, and the R29 to 290, I believe. That is a lot of tension being held in these strings and cables. Again, I just want to address the issue of the limbs blowing up, the strings derailing and breaking. Keep an eye out on that, something to be mindful of, but that's just my 2 cents on it. But so far, this bow has been great. I was able to harvest a doe with this, and we'll be hoping to harvest more deer with it in the future here for you guys. One last thing, if you guys do not have a shooting tripod, pick up a cheap camera tripod like me and get a shooting rest for the top of it right there. It is a cheap way for you to get a tripod, especially if you're ground blind hunting. You can just set this on the ground and set the crossbow on top, and it's very stable. It's a little better than freehanding it. So this here is going to be at 65 yards. Looks like I'm hitting a little top left on this one. I was aiming right in the middle. But let's jump back to 75. Alright, I moved back to 75 yards. And let's see how we do here. Alright, I knew that I have a couple bad bolts here, but that's why I labeled them. This one is labeled 3, 4, and then 5. And my number 2 is somewhere, I can't find it, but let's jump back to 100 and we'll see how this bolt can do. And the target fell over. Alright, let's try this again. My first arrow I shot and the target fell down, so we're going to try it again here. That is close to a Robin Hood as you can get at 100 yards. Just aiming for this target right here, top left target. Roughly a 3.5 inch group. Alright, that about wraps up for today's video. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button down below for my giveaway at 2,000 subscribers. I'm so close. Thanks to every single one of you guys for supporting this channel. Thinking about dropping some merch. If you guys would like that idea, leave it in the comment section down below. What kind of merch you guys like to see. Hats, t-shirts, patches, etc. Let me know. But again, just a fun video today on the Ravin R26. Again, check your cables, check your strings, check your limbs. Make sure everything's alright before you go out in the woods. Stress flex your bolts. One thing I forgot to mention is there are 2 timing marks on here that you can check where this cable runs through. That'll tell you if they're in time. Usually if it's running right in between the 2 dots, good to go. Then again, fray marks, cracks, chips, anything. If you have any of those, bring it down to your local shop so they can take care of you. But if you guys like to see more videos of crossbows, especially this one, leave in the comment section below. And until next time, be safe everyone.